Attention passionate Kansas City CHIFS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Kansas City Chiefs' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Kansas City Chiefs fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Kansas City CHIFS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL news lately, you know that the AFC West is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. But what's caught everyone's attention, especially Chiefs fans, is this latest buzz surrounding the team's roster, specifically the ongoing trade rumors involving Mecole Hardman. It's a story that's gaining momentum, and trust me, it's not just idle chatter. There's substance behind these whispers, and it could have huge implications for the Chiefs' offense this season. So let's dive into what's happening, why it matters, and what it could mean for Kansas City's quest to defend its throne. First, let's set the stage. The Chiefs, as we all know, have been a powerhouse in recent years, largely thanks to the genius of Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes has revolutionized what the quarterback position means, and with his arm talent, mobility, and decision-making, he's become one of the most lethal quarterbacks in NFL history. Over the past few seasons, Kansas City's offense has been one of the most dynamic, explosive, and unpredictable units in the league. And much of that success has stemmed from their ability to deploy speed, versatility, and creative scheming, traits that have been exemplified by players like Tyreek Hill, and more recently, Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman, for those who may not be as familiar, is a player with exceptional speed, arguably some of the fastest in the league. When he first arrived in Kansas City, fans quickly recognized his potential as a deep threat, a guy who could stretch the field and force defenses to stay honest. His ability to take the top off a defense is a rare gift, and it provided the Chiefs with a crucial weapon in their offensive arsenal. But as with many NFL players, Hardman's journey has been full of ups and downs, injuries, and adjustments. Still, his raw speed remains one of the most dangerous tools in his kit, and it's precisely that speed that has caught the eye of other teams, sparking these trade rumors. What's behind this latest buzz, you may ask? Well, it's a combination of factors. For one, the Chiefs have a loaded wide receiver room, with players like Travis Kelce, Skyy Moore, Rashee Rice, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling vying for targets. The team's front office has shown a willingness to make bold moves, especially when it comes to bolstering their offense around Mahomes. The recent trade rumors suggest that Kansas City is actively exploring ways to upgrade their speed and explosiveness, and Mecole Hardman, despite his contributions, might be the piece they're willing to part ways with if the right deal comes along. And that's where the intriguing part kicks in. Some reports indicate that the Chiefs see an opportunity to add a player or draft capital in exchange for Hardman, who, while talented, has had some inconsistency and durability issues. The idea is to bring in someone with a comparable or greater speed threat, perhaps a younger player with a higher ceiling, or to recoup assets that can help the team in other areas. It's all about making strategic moves to keep Mahomes' offense firing on all cylinders and staying ahead of the pack in the AFC. Now, let's talk about the potential impact if this trade materializes. First off, losing Hardman would mean Kansas City needs to find other ways to stretch the field. But given their recent draft picks, like Skyy Moore and Rashee Rice, and the ongoing development of MVS, the Chiefs still boast a capable and versatile receiving core. The real question is whether they'll bring in someone who can match or surpass what Hardman has brought in terms of speed and big play ability. Sometimes, teams prefer to make a bold move to add that extra gear, especially in a league where explosive plays can decide games. On the other hand, for Hardman, a trade could be a fresh start and an opportunity to become a featured weapon elsewhere. Teams like the Jets, who have been aggressively building their offense around Aaron Rodgers, could be a fit if they're looking for speed to complement their existing core. Or perhaps a team in the NFC, looking for a speedy receiver to shake things up, could jump in. Either way, it's a fascinating chess move that could reshape the receiving landscape in the AFC and beyond. But let's not forget the bigger picture. The Chiefs, under the leadership of GM Brett Veach and head coach Andy Reid, are no strangers to making shrewd moves. Over the years, they've shown a knack for identifying talent, understanding team needs, and making trades that pay dividends. Remember how they acquired players like Orlando Brown, or how they were able to draft Patrick Mahomes himself. That history suggests that if the trade rumors are true, it's part of a well-thought-out plan, rather than a knee-jerk reaction. And of course, the broader AFC West is also watching these developments closely. The Chargers and Raiders have been making their own roster upgrades, aiming to dethrone Kansas City. The Broncos, with their new quarterback Russell Wilson and a revamped roster, are also in the mix. But Chiefs fans know that, at the end of the day, it's all about consistency, strategic depth, and that killer instinct that Andy Reid and Mahomes have cultivated over the years. Any move that enhances their offense could be the difference-maker in a tough division race. Looking at the upcoming season, expectations are sky-high. The Chiefs are aiming not just to repeat as champions, but to cement their dynasty status. Super Bowl LVII in Las Vegas is already on the horizon, and the team is eager to get back to that stage. The offensive line looks solid, with some promising young talent, and the defense has been steadily improving, especially with key additions in the secondary. But the real story continues to be the offense, powered by Mahomes, Kels, and whoever lines up as their speed threat. And that's precisely why these trade rumors involving Mecole Hardman matter so much. They're not just about one player, they're about the strategic vision of the team. Do they believe that adding more speed or a different type of explosive weapon will give them the edge? Or are they willing to move on from Hardman to allocate resources elsewhere? All signs point to the fact that Kansas City's front office is always looking for ways to adapt and stay ahead of the competition. Plus, it's worth noting that the NFL landscape is constantly evolving. Last season, we saw teams like the Dolphins and Bills invest heavily in speed and offensive firepower, which paid off in big moments. The Chiefs, ever the innovators, understand that staying at the top requires continuous reinvention, especially with the AFC becoming more competitive by the year. The trade rumors about Hardman could be just one piece of a larger puzzle, a move to keep their offense unpredictable and difficult to defend. Now, fans are wondering, who could replace Hardman if he leaves? Well, the draft is always an option, and Kansas City has shown a willingness to pick high-upside playmakers in recent years. But sometimes, the answer is already on the roster, just waiting for the right moment or the right scheme. The Chiefs have a history of developing talent and maximizing their players' strengths, so any new addition or emerging star could seamlessly fit into their high-powered offense. In terms of statistics, Hardman has had some impressive moments, especially during his rookie season and in the playoffs. His speed allows him to turn short completions into long gains, which is crucial in Mahomes' offense. But inconsistency and injuries have hampered his overall production. Last season, he had flashes of brilliance, but also struggled with injuries, limiting his availability and impact. That's part of the reason why the team might be considering a change. Sometimes, a fresh start is what's needed for a player to reach his full potential. Meanwhile, Mahomes himself continues to defy expectations. He's been a model of consistency, leadership, and clutch performance. His ability to improvise and create magic on the field is what makes the Chiefs' offense so dangerous. The question is whether the team's supporting cast, including the potential new speedster if Hardman leaves, can keep pace with Mahomes' offensive genius. The chemistry between Mahomes and his receivers is one of the league's best, and any shakeup could either enhance or challenge that dynamic. Looking ahead, the Chiefs are also focused on their depth and versatility. They've built a roster capable of adapting to various scenarios, whether it's a high-scoring shootout or a grind-out game. The coaching staff, led by Andy Reid, is known for their creative play calling and ability to put players in positions to succeed. The trade rumors involving Hardman could be part of a broader strategy to maximize the team's offensive potential, especially as they prepare for the grueling AFC schedule and the playoff push. It's also fascinating to consider how the rest of the league perceives Kansas City's moves. Other teams are watching closely, knowing that the Chiefs have been the team to beat for the past 5 seasons. Their ability to draft, develop, and make strategic trades has kept them ahead of the curve. If they do trade Hardman for draft capital or another player, it might set a new trend for how teams approach building their rosters around speed and explosiveness. And let's not forget the emotional aspect. fans love Hardman. His infectious energy, his game-breaking speed, and his moments of brilliance have made him a fan favorite. A trade could be bittersweet, but in the NFL, it's all part of the game's business side. The ultimate goal for the Chiefs is to keep their core competitive and continue chasing championships, and sometimes that requires making tough decisions. In the end, what's clear is that Kansas City is always in motion, always looking for that next edge. Whether it's through draft picks, cap space maneuvers, or strategic trades like the potential move involving Mecole Hardman, their objective remains the same: to stay on top and to give Mahomes all the weapons he needs to keep rewriting the record books. The AFC West is about to get even more interesting, and Chiefs fans should be excited about what the future holds. Because no matter what, the Chiefs are in it to win it, and they're not done yet. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on these trade rumors? Do you think Hardman should stay, or is a move the right call? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into your favorite team. So stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's keep pushing forward together as true Chiefs fans. This season promises to be another roller coaster, and we're right in the middle of it. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Chiefs.